Peace, and abundance. How you all doing? This is Philip Prosperous, and I want to talk about my book that's coming out. It's about self-love. So I have conversations about self-love. I focus on healing, exercise, just your overall well-being. And I'm happy just to be here today in this present moment because I know where I used to be. And now look at me now. Look at me now. I'm holding the mic, producing a video to talk about self-love, which in itself is wrapped into mental health. How do you measure your growth mentally, spiritually? See, these things I did not really do because I was in the matrix of thinking that everything that happened to me, I was 50% responsible for, and other responsibility laid on how much I got paid, laid on my relationships, laid on my love, laid on having happy experiences. Like I would work Monday through Friday, and a weekend is when I would get to enjoy life. And I was on this hamster wheel for way too long. And now that I am off the hamster wheel, I took myself out of the matrix, and I'm just so happy that the peace that I have in my life is just totally different. I know most of us look for how can I get rich? How can I manifest millions? How can I get out of this relationship that I'm in or this situation I'm in because I'm not happy? Everything it starts with you. It starts with your love of yourself. It starts with how do you remove the lack out of your mind, out of your body? How do you remove those limitations? How do you get into the moment of loving yourself? So this is how I like to coach people. Now I just woke up because I felt the inspiration after my meditation to produce this video as I began to utilize my throat chakra to speak, to share my past, my lived experiences, because I know there's people that's out there that wants to get this. There's a lot of people that are struggling, and I have empathy for those people because I believe that we are all one, and my journey here is to talk and to connect, to inspire. And my voice is a part of the relationship with you because you're a reflection of me and you brought yourself here. So let's get into it. Phil, how did you get into the self-love practice? I got into the self-love practice because I have kids. I have a story on top of stories. And I was not good with my phallus. I wasn't thinking intelligently with sex, with my body. I used sex as medicine. It was coping. It felt really good. It felt really good to cheat. It felt really good to do things sexually, but it was masking and covering the pain. And in finding relationships, I was always looking for love because I was not loving myself. So cheating was a form of me not loving myself. Being in relationships, in a toxic relationship, meaning you're seeing your triggers through your partner's eyes, and your triggers, so you want to be right, you want to have a conversation, but it comes out violently, it comes out sporadically, abruptly, and you go back and forth, then you have sex and you feel good. And then you have kids, and now you have this ecosystem that nothing can survive, nothing can thrive. And I lived in that life for way too long. And eventually, my kids, I got separated from my kids. They moved out, and my relationship ended. And I was in this house. I was in this house of how can I get my shit together? How can I get together? How can I improve myself? How can I change my life? Because nothing ever works. And I caught myself saying these negative things, thinking these negative things. And sitting on the couch that last time before I had the epiphany, sex, drugs, traveling, buying myself things, Netflix, nothing worked because I still felt empty. And I don't know if I heard something on a YouTube or a song, but something just said, close your eyes and meditate. And I've always been around meditation and been a part of it and experienced it. So I took some medicine, some psychedelic medicine, and I meditated. And through the psychedelic and the meditation, I would hear myself yell. I heard myself yelling. I heard myself like banging on the walls like it was a prison. And I opened the gate and that feeling, that experience just dissolved. And it was just like I let myself free. And then when I opened my eyes, I was sitting still. And the power to sit still is truly the power. It's truly the power. It was a wonderful experience because I realized all the suffering that I was going through was in connection to my inability to let myself free. I was holding on to so much stuff, so much things that I felt people did me wrong, and I'm gonna get them back. Or past experiences of childhood trauma, or thinking that I'm not good enough, so I gotta put myself in this box. I'm not worthy enough, so I have to put myself in this box. I am poor, so I gotta put myself in this box. When I began to write and have more experiences through meditation, I was pulling back layers of my mind, of my behavior, of my fear. And I started to smile more. And when I smiled in the mirror, I would see like my skin look healthier. I've had a foundation of practicing exercise. I'm on a juice bar, so I had that practice of eating healthy. But when I tapped into my spirit and my mind, and I went down, and I started to plant different type of seeds, change my inner dialogue, remove band-aids, old wounds, change my clothing, change my garment. And I allowed the sun, the air, the natural process of the body healing itself. When I truly experienced that, it hurt, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. And one day I just started looking in the mirror saying, I love you, Philip. I love you. I truly love you. And then me saying I love myself more, I would feel my body fall. I would feel my blood pressure stabilize, go down. It was like my cells stood at attention. Are you talking to me? They all said at once. And it was beautiful. And I could think about everything that I desired. Everything that I desired was based on my relationship with myself. And affirmations, they're helpful, but it's nothing like meditating and thoughts and memories come to your mind and you can change the description, your attention to that memory, and you could alchemize, you can discharge, disarm negative experiences that have enveloped you, wrapped its arms around you, that you have to feel a certain way when you think about something. You have to feel a certain way when you see someone. And to become one of I am beautiful. I am at peace because I love myself, and you have this vibration of love. It is truly life in its holographic experience that we're all one. And there's truly nothing to be upset about and complain about. Now I have my experiences of going back and forth, but it all started and I said, I love you. And that was like the experience that we all want God to love. We all want to be loved by God. But it's really loving yourself and forgiving yourself. And in forgiving myself, it was truly beautiful. It's truly beautiful. I'm thankful for the work I did today. Today's going to be a great day. Today is a great day. All right, let's just close our eyes. Tap into your abundance. Tap into your abundance. Ashe. Ashe. It's done. It's truly done. It's really done. You did it. We did it. Ashe. I like this. I feel this right here.